Today in class we talked about box and whisker plots. So this video is going to kind of go over that, and then we are going to do example 2 on the back so that should help you do your homework. This slide kind of recaps the steps in order to complete a box and whisker plot. It tells you how to construct it, and then at the end, the identifying outliers. Actually, your homework is not going to ask you to identify any outliers, so that tricky part we were working on at the end you won't actually have to do. If you did have to find outliers, these are the 3 things you would do. We said multiply the IQR times 1.5, add that number to Q3. This will be your upper limit. And then subtract that same number from Q1, that's your lower limit. So now you have this really huge range from the lowest to the highest number that could possibly fit. If all your numbers fit between that lower limit and the upper limit, there are no outliers in the group. If some of your numbers happen to be bigger or smaller than these 2 new values, then you would identify them as outliers. But again, I don't think your homework asks you to do that. Just make the box and whisker plot. So we're going to get started with example 2. If you flip your notes page over to the back, these are the numbers that you will find for the set of data to make a box and whisker plot. It asks you to first list the orders in order from least to greatest. So when you do that, these are the numbers you should get in order from least to greatest. 43, 44, 49, 49, 55, 56, 57, 58, 58, and 59. So those are all the numbers in the list. Now the first step after that, you need to find the median or Q2. So to do that, we're going to find the very middle of all the data. It looks like there's 2 numbers in the middle. And when there's 2 numbers in the middle, I'm just going to draw a line in between those 2. I'm going to label that as Q2. And then these 2 are very close together, so you guys should know what is halfway between 55 and 56. So Q2 is going to be 55.5. Okay, now I'm going to find the Q1 value. To do that, you need to look at all the numbers on the left side of your line. There's 5 of them. If there's ever an odd number, then the 1 number in the center is going to be Q1. So I'm going to draw a line and label this as Q1. Then I'm going to do that for the other half of the data. I've got 56 all the way to 59. Again, there's 5 numbers. So the center number in this one is the first number, 58. I'm going to draw a line on top of 58. I'm going to label it as Q3. After that, we also need to identify the minimum value and the maximum value, and that's just a fancy way of saying what number is the biggest, what number is the smallest. 43 is the minimum. 59 is the maximum. Your homework also asks you to find the range. So if I want to find the range, I'm just going to now subtract my minimum value from the maximum value. So my range should be 16. And then your homework also asks you to find the IQR, which is take Q3 and subtract Q1. And your IQR should be 9. Okay, to make the box and whisker plot, it says make a number line so that you can include all the values from your lowest minimum value to your highest maximum value. Okay, in the center, we're going to put our Q2. which was 55.5. Then our Q1 was 49. The Q3 was 58. We also need our minimum value and our maximum value. 43. 59. But 59 is really a lot closer to 58. So I should probably put that dot a lot closer. Okay, and then if you remember, we're going to connect our Q1. I'm going to make this a little bit wider so you can see it better. I'm going to connect the Q1 value all the way down to the Q3 value and back to make the box. Put my line down for Q2. Now I have my box and whisker plot. None of your homework says go ahead and identify outliers. So I'm going to skip that. So most of you should feel pretty comfortable making the box and whisker plot. There's only 2 box and whisker plots to make on your homework. And then 2 of them are already created. And all you have to do is answer the questions. So again, I'm going to label these. This first little box part is Q1. The center box part is Q2. And the last of the rectangle is box 3. The minimum and the maximum values are also the numbers at the ends of that line. So if you need to label those as well to help you on the 2 questions where it's already created, you could do that. If you have any questions, come and see me tomorrow morning or at Indian Academy.